channel. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the luxury items that I had in my collection but have sold and why. As you're new around here, welcome. My name is Andrea. I typically do videos all about beauty, sometimes fashion, sometimes a little bit of luxury. If those are topics that interest you, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the post notification bell buttons so you are aware every single time I post a new video. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with one that should not be a surprise because I did talk about this in my handbag collection video. I did end up selling my Prada Tessuto nylon bag. So it's this one right here. That one, like I mentioned in my handbag collection, was it my handbag collection? Like I mentioned in the video earlier, I was considering selling that bag because it is supposed to be a shoulder bag and it does not fit my shoulder. I guess my shoulders are too big. They're not slim and dainty enough to have it as a shoulder bag. So it's purely a handheld bag or a crook of the arm bag, which is fine if you have mentally accepted that. And there were certain occasions where I was like, I don't mind carrying this with me, or it's so little I could just put it in the shopping cart or something like that. But a lot of the time, if I wanted to use that bag, I had to mentally accept that I was going to have to carry this bag the entire time and I wouldn't be able to throw it over my shoulder or crossbody. And a lot of the times I prefer bags that I have multiple uses from. I prefer crossbody bags. I prefer bags that I can be hands-free on because I do have a baby now. And even before then, it's just always running in and out of the car. And I also did not get a lot of use out of it. So I did pick it up in that green color, which I really like. And I wish I can have another green in my collection, maybe in the future, maybe like an emerald green or something, because that green was more of a like pineish kind of green, like a grass green, which is nice. But I'm not one that has a very eclectic wardrobe, not one that has a super colorful wardrobe or that like experiments a lot. And so I just feel like I really wasn't getting use out of it. And I did end up getting the Saint Laurent Cinq Asset bag for my birthday this past year. And that one is literally the same style where it's like a shoulder bag, but that one did actually fit on my shoulders better. I also like that it was leather instead of nylon. I really like the color I got it in. So I ended up selling the Prada Tessuto bag. I also did get rid of a Burberry Continental wallet. So I'll insert a picture here. This one I actually got back in like 2019. I want to say I got it for a really good deal. I think it was like $200 if I'm not mistaken. Really beautiful like check print, and then I had this nice like dusty pink on there. I actually really like that wallet. The reason I decided to get rid of it was because I was not using it. So back in the day, several years ago, I was still writing very much just checks, and I would carry a lot of cash with me because I would have to like take the bus to and from work and stuff like that. So I was using long wallets a lot more because I could just throw in all my receipts, my coins, the checkbook that I was balancing or anything like that. And within the last couple of years, really wasn't using checks that much because we could just pay with like Apple Pay or Zelle or stuff like that. So I really wasn't using that long wallet for checks anymore. And then I started buying more bags that were like medium size or miniature bags or camera bags, which my long wallet fit in. It wasn't like a huge bulky wallet, but that would take up and sacrifice a lot of the space on the inside. I just realized that I'm like, I'm mostly using only my cards. I don't have to take all of my cards with me. Burberry wallet was just not getting use out of it. So I decided to get rid of that one, and I definitely don't regret it. I do think I still use mostly card holders and smaller wallets, but sometimes I'm like, it might be nice to have a long wallet. So it's always a whole thing. Next product I got rid of is the YSL Loop camera bag. I talked about this in my what I got for Christmas video. If you guys have not seen it, check it out because it'll make a lot more sense, and I will leave a link down below for you guys. I ended up getting that bag as my Christmas present, and I got it for a really good deal from Neiman Marcus because it was on sale, and then I had a gift card that I used for it, so I got it for an absolute steal, under $1,000, and I really liked it. Got so much use out of that bag. I still recommend that bag 1,000,000%, especially if you're looking for a first designer handbag and you love to be hands-free or like a camera style. That's such a good option. Reason I ended up getting rid of it was because this year for Christmas, around the Christmas time, I ended up seeing the Saint Laurent Toy Lulu with the black on black on hella sale. It normally retails for $2,100. Even now it's still retailing for $2,100. So I just got it for an absolute steal. Or I was lacking a black bag that could go with like silver hardware that was like a crossbody style. and I got a lot of use out of that, but now I had two that would fill that void. So because the Toy Lulu was black with black hardware, it can go with both, and I didn't really need to have another bag that was exclusively casual that could be worn like as a crossbody that had silver hardware. The Toy Lulu with the black on black had also been on my wish list for quite some time. The one with the silver hardware, the Camera Lou, was a little bit more of an impulse purchase because like I said, my collection at that time needed something casual with like the black and like the silver that I could use. Now that I had both, I really didn't need both. The Toy Lulu also takes off the strap fully. You can use a different top handle with that, whereas the camera bag, you cannot do that. You can adjust it, but it's very much there. So I ended up selling the Lou camera bag, and because I got a really good deal on it, I ended up making all of my money back. And so instead I just put that money towards buying the grayish one. Don't regret it, but I did use it a lot, and sometimes I will be honest that I do kind of miss it. This one may or may not be a little bit of a surprise for you. If you follow me on Instagram, it might be because I did talk about how much I really wanted this bag and how I was so excited for it. I ended up selling my Versace Le Medusa medium tote. 2022 in July, my husband and I went on like a mini baby moon vacation to Las Vegas, and I tried on this bag. I really liked it. I really wanted it for actually quite some time. Went on sale during that like mid yearly sale, and I got it for a really good deal. I think I paid like $1,300 for it when normally retails over $2,000, so really good deal for it. Really liked it. I got a lot of use out of it, and I loved how it looked more of that like upscale kind of ladylike because it was a top handle bag. I will say the chain was kind of deceiving. The Bottega Veneta bags, the pouch bags, those are like $3,000 or $4,000, and they're leather, and the chain is like a heavy hefty chain. Even like Louis Vuitton has their bags, and they run anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, and those are also really like heavy chains. The Versace one is like $2,100, $2,500, something like that, maybe a little bit more now, and the chain feels like plastic. Like it's very lightweight, so it's nice that it doesn't add extra weight to the bag, but when you're paying that much money, you would think that you would get something that's not plastic. Like it's very much like it looked like a toy chain, to be honest with you. Come with a black strap that you could use too. Fast forward, after I had my baby and we talked like push presents, I ended up getting the Chanel Classic Jumbo Double Flap, which was like my dream iconic bag, which is black and it has gold hardware, and it is more of like an upper scale kind of bag, like it's a little bit more dressy and ladylike. So I ended up using my Chanel one a lot more because I really liked that one, and it was one of my dream bags. And I just realized again that I had two black bags that were more like special occasion or like ladylike, more dressed up kind of bags with black leather and gold hardware, and it's not even a comparison. I was gonna keep the Chanel. I even thought about keeping both because the Chanel obviously doesn't have a top handle and the Versace does, but I knew in the back of my mind that in the future I also wanted to get a Coco handle, so it was gonna be very much a black leather bag or a whatever color leather bag with a top handle, and I already had the black leather with gold hardware for my Chanel double flap, and I just wasn't gonna need two of them. And like I said, I really wasn't reaching for the Versace one because on any occasion that we were kind of dressed up and I wanted to wear black with gold hardware, I was always reaching for my Chanel Jumbo. I really do like the way the bag looks. I was thinking about maybe in the future getting a Le Medusa, but in the small version, so a little bit smaller than the size I had, but maybe getting it in like a monochromatic white on white or something like that, because I do like that line. I do think it worked really well. It was just that it was black with gold, and every time I have black with gold, I'm gonna reach for my Chanel Jumbo instead. And the last item might surprise you guys, but I did end up getting rid of my Gucci Soho Disco. So I did talk about that one in my handbag collection, this handbag collection and the first handbag collection video I did, and I stand by what I said. It was a great bag. I got so much use out of it. Anytime I wanted to like fling it over my shoulder, run errands, do whatever, I loved it. The like grained leather of it was very sturdy. I kept mine stuffed, so it was in really good condition and shape. I love the color of it. Everything about it was fantastic. But this year I am trying to be more, I wouldn't say conscious because it's not like I'm gonna stop buying luxury or what I really like, but I do want to be a little bit more conscious of the things that I buy. Like I said, I bought the Versace bag and then I was using it for a little bit, but then I got my Chanel double flap and then I stopped using it. I really wasn't using the Prada Tessuto bag that much, although I got so much use out of the Gucci handbag for years. now that I have my Saint Laurent grayish taupe camera bag in my collection, I reach for that one. And although the colors are not exactly the same, they are very similar. So the Gucci was like a rose kind of lilac-y tone, and then the grayish taupe is like a grayish taupe, but it leans a little bit more lilac-y as well. So they were both kind of like in that grayish lilac kind of color scheme. They were both exclusively camo bags. You can't take the straps off to use them. And the Gucci Soho Disco has actually been discontinued. So now I think they have the Blondie bag. I don't always like follow like trends, like it has to be in style in order for me to have it or anything like that. But I was just being realistic with myself. Okay, now that I have several camo bags, I'm actually going to get use out of the Gucci Soho Disco as much as I was before, or am I going to lean for one of my other bags? And when it came down to it, I preferred the YSL camera bag, and I was just getting a lot more use out of it now. So I decided to part ways with my Gucci Soho Disco. I sold it to one of my Instagram followers, lovely follower. So everybody was happy all around. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's video. Those were all the luxury items I had in my collection previously and why I sold them. Down in the comments which one shocked you the most. Unless you weren't shocked, leave it down in the comments what's an item that you recently sold, or if you guys are doing this kind of like more conscious shopping this year. I definitely want to know. TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff's gonna be left down below for you guys. Well, coupon codes to help you save some money. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Stay safe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.